So this is my FMP idea. The outline. The main character is called Matty. He's a teen who has the lot. He's clever, confident and has loads of mates. But his ego and loss of self-control ends him up with nothing. And he'll be going on a journey to try and get what he had back. But things happen to him along the way. My project will be based in a town called Farrow, which is just a made-up place for Medway, as I don't want to use the actual name. Matty's two best friends, Tom and Tyler, will be falling out with each other due to the antics of Matty, and they're torn between his behaviour and they have to choose. Whether to stay with him or break away from him. Why this idea? The reason I've chosen this idea is because I feel like it's relatable to teenagers that are going through adversity, and to me it really represents challenges of growing up and becoming a better person of yourself. Examples of similar projects. Get Out, because it's like one of my favourite films. I want it to be tense, and in one of the scenes at the end of the film it's very tense, and I want you to be able to feel the same sort of emotion as that. Skins and The End of the Effing World, because they're based on teenager problems and things people go through. That's my main message of what I want to show in this project. So yeah, them two are the main, but I want to use themes from that as well, because it's more of like a drama / thriller, but it's going to be hard to make it like a thriller all the way through, so I want to have it a drama as well. Cast and crew. So the main character will be me, Matty Hughes. The reason I want to play myself is because I feel like I've got an understanding of exactly how I want the character to be, and I reckon I could do that better than anyone else, as I've got it in my head. I'm not a good actor, but you know, I'm going to try my best. I'm also going to be the director, producer and second cameraman. The main cameraman will be Elliot Foreman, and he will be second in charge, as I trust him to hold the cameras. I know that I've used him before in other productions. Tom Locke, Alex Coles, he will be my best friend, along with Tyler Crane, who will be Billy Harden. I don't know why it says James Morris, but so these two will be my best friends, and they're the ones that have to basically look after me and choose between me, and they fall out of each other. We'll fall out purely because of how my life goes downhill and I take it out on other people. Resources. I'll be having access to the AC30s and AC90s. I'll probably go for the 30, as I prefer. It's just a better camera. We'll have the Mac computers to edit my final Ps and to save everything on there and all of that. The level 3 year 2 tripods, they will be there to rent out from Ken. Zoom audio recorder or shotgun mic, depending on your preference. I'm going to try and use the Zoom audio recorder as much as possible to give me the best audio. We have my house to film in, as a big part of the majority of the film I will be in my house, and then street locations which I'll need to get permissions for from the Ken office people, and then film office. And my final resource that I'll have is my friends who are at college, and I can trust them to be able to be there and film and be as the cast and crew. And I have no SWOT analysis at the moment, but that will come in due time because I'm going to be redoing this PowerPoint. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Okay. Any questions?
I was going to ask, like, you say at the start of the film he's like really egotistical, and
yeah.
So at the end of the film, is he going to like become a better person and like to show sort of character development, or is he like what's going to happen with him?
He ends up topping himself.
Oh.
Have you just made that up?
No, that's what I had planned.
Okay.
I thought it'd be cool if he like becomes a better person and like happy ending.
Yeah, you agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's something. The thing is with any plot, okay, you have to make sure that there's a clear structure to it.
Yeah.
Beginning, a middle, and an end, and it is important that at the end of whatever film you leave your audience thinking, you leave your audience with something that they can take away from it, and maybe even learn from it.
So yeah, when the end scene I have in my head, so he's going to bed, and so you don't know for 100% if he's dead or alive, because he like has like a drink and he just can't hack what's going on anymore because it gets so bad, and he like smashes up loads of pills, puts in a drink. And then
I'm not quite sure what goes so wrong in his life.
just everything goes wrong for him. He loses the people he loves.
Why?
Just
It's usually a reason why. Is it
does.
alcohol? Is it
alcohol
drugs?
abuse. Definitely, that's a big factor.
Is it people?
Drugs.
You know, yeah.
Drugs.
You have to, yeah. Okay, so it's excess, you know, where he's misusing.
And
alcohol.
maybe nothing is that bad, but in his head it's that bad.
Is there a reason why he's taking a lot of drugs or alcohol?
Just because nothing's going to work for him.
See, I think you need to show that. You need to,
Yeah,
tell them. You need to give your audience a clue.
Yeah, that will be
as to
shown.
why this is happening.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, it just needs to be a lot more thought in terms
Yeah.
of what's happening and his motivation, why he's spiraling out of control, and the effects that his behaviour is having on other people. You know, and I think that's quite important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's always people there to help.
That would be a big factor of it. The life of Alex and Billy.
Yeah.
From besides from me, it'll be a lot about them. How it's affecting them.
Right.
How your behaviours can affect other people, bring them down with you.
Yeah.
And the aim is for them not to be.
So they're there to support. They're there to.
They work. They're at the start. They're there to support, and then they realise that it just gets too much, and they don't want to be dragged down with his antics.
And he ends up losing them as well.
Yeah. Loses everything
Okay, yeah.
purely because he can't. He thinks everything's so bad for him that it ends up that actually is bad for him.
Right. Okay. How is it a thriller?
See, this
There's
is I'm
nothing about
changing
this
to more of
that
a
tells me
drama
it's a
because
thriller.
there's parts in it where it gets like tense at the end, like stuff happens.
That doesn't make it a thriller.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Mate, I lost the
It's
way.
dramatic.
I started with a thriller, the idea, but I've kind of lost the
Yeah.
way with it.
I mean,
It's more into drama.
Yeah,
That's why I said drama for it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your idea,
Yeah.
go with that. Don't try and make it something that it's not. Yeah, it's an insight into someone's life and how, for whatever reason, okay, that they start abusing themselves in terms of alcohol and drugs, but it's how that affects other people. And how eventually, you know, that it has a further impact on him because he, rather than taking the help and the support from the people that are there to help and support him,
Yeah.
he's pushing them away and making things worse for himself so that he's actually got nowhere to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and I think that's your story. And if you start putting in something else like thriller or whatever to it, it's just going to get so confusing. You've got a very simple story that you can tell very, very well and with emotion.
Yeah, because it's relatable, so I can make it real.
Exactly. So do that and make that your focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you've got a clear focus, then that works. What research are you going to do for this?
Well, I haven't really planned the research as much because this project is more from the heart and from experiences I've seen and have watched, but when I watch programs like these two, that's what I want to be watching, things that have similar themes so I can get ideas and try and make my project better for it.
They are dramas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dramas, yeah.
And you say that you're doing it more from a personal perspective, yeah?
Yeah.
But that's all the more reason for you to do research.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
Into
you should,
lives of people that are having
exactly.
problems.
You should be looking at alcoholism. You should be looking at drug abuse. You should be looking at case studies.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be speaking to people who've gone through these sorts of issues, and you know, going online and looking at, you know, there's lots of people who are quite prepared and are quite open about telling their own individual stories. That's your research.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then your other form of research is to look at the drama, look at how that story is told through various different styles and conventions, different techniques. Okay. So you've got two forms of research there. One is into your subject matter. Yeah. Alcoholism, abuse, and the various issues that surround that. And your other one is to look at dramas and this type of dramas and actually take it apart and see, how can I do this? How can I put this together? What techniques, what conventions can I use that will help me tell this story really well?
Yeah.
With imagination and with clarity, okay? Because at the end of the day, your audience have got to get it. They've got to bring something
I
from
feel like my
that.
audience will get what's going on, but I
Yeah.
just got to tighten it up a bit.
I think probably that's the one word that I would say it sums up your presentation and what it needs. It's clarity.
Clarity.
Okay, if you can get that clarity, okay, in terms of what you're planning to do and how you're going to inform that through your research, okay, then you'll be fine. But in a minute, it's just a little bit sort of hazy. So what you really need to do today, following this presentation and over Easter, is to provide that clarity through research and through a proper script that's going to tell your story effectively.
I'm going to start working on the script soon.
Okay? All right. Well done.
As you